Hello, welcome to Thursday Night Readings, friends. As you can see, you're joined by my lovely friend Alex Fowkes. You're also going to be joined by Kirsty shortly. She's just sorting out some tech on the other end, which hopefully will get sorted out. So we just chatted briefly, Alex, but how are you getting on? Have you had a good week?
Yes, it's been really good, thank you. Yeah, busy, but yes, good. Enjoying the school holiday vibes. How about you? How's your week been?
Yeah, me too. I now work only term time as of this July. So I've had, because I used to be a teacher and have the school holidays, I've now gone back to that, even though I'm not teaching. So I feel like I've got the best of both worlds. I don't have to do all the paperwork associated with teaching, but still get the school holidays. I'm very appreciative that my work has let me do that. So yeah, we went to the farm today instead of me being at work. So, and Nathan did his first kind of attempt. They did like a mini sports day, and he did the sack race, which I thought was going to be like carnage, but he was actually really good.
That's adorbs.
So, yeah, so clearly the kind of athletic side came through from somewhere else because he's really quite coordinated. I don't think I've ever been able to jump in a sack. So, and he's 3.
Was there no like parents race? Because normally there is, isn't there?
No, thank goodness. I mean,
so this you up to.
No, and when I was a teacher, luckily there was no teacher or parent race because it would have been bad. It would have been bad. I'm really not
my
sporty.
God, I can imagine. Yeah, but what you could do is you could take out the competition using nefarious means. I mean, you know, no one's saying that you have to play fair. You could trip the other parents.
I feel like I could get away with that too. I've got a certain like naivety, I think. I'm like, oh, did I elbow you? I'm really sorry.
I tell you what it is. So no one would suspect a thing.
Oh, but I've just admitted it now. I've admitted it. So like I'm gonna have to like save it for future years. I'll not do it too soon, otherwise people will
Parents of Nathan's classmates, watch out for this one.
Can you imagine? I already wonder what they're gonna think of me when like what does your mummy do? And it's like she collects scary things. Oh, is that all she does? I think so. Like I tried to explain to him that I'd got a new book, and he was like, oh, okay. It's a green book, Mummy. I was like, yeah. Anything else? He's like, nope, that's it.
Oh, well he's asking the important questions, isn't he? I
mean, so well done, Jamie, who did the design. Yeah, me too. Yeah. To be fair. So yeah.
Seal of approval.
Maybe he'll care at some point. He'll be reading your books though before he reads mine, Alex. That's the thing.
That's true. Yes,
it's going to be a while.
Very true. I'll warm him up.
Yeah, do it, please. Introduce vampires for him in a nice, gentle way, and I'll like ruin it for him. Oh, I've lost Kirsty briefly. I'm hoping she'll come back. So let's jump to the comments and then find out what Alex is getting up to tonight, and I'll let you know what I'm doing as well.
Oh, Sharon.
Hi, Sharon. The Grayson Legacy. Yeah, I do that a lot with horror. I spend a lot of time like waiting for it to kick in, and then usually I'm too terrified. So I think that's what Sharon's normally hoping for.
Sharon's hoping for carnage as usual.
Too terrified. Hi, cool gamer.
Hello.
This is the anthology. I've not spoiled anything. Don't worry. I do know what colour the Mina 3 cover is going to be. I saw a mock-up of it, which I was very excited about. I got to pick the cover, which is the colour and the kind of design. I didn't illustrate it myself, sadly. I wish I could, but
that's very cool.
Yeah, I've got quite good, I think, Sharon, at not saying stuff. I usually get halfway through the sentence and catch myself. I don't think I've ever actually said anything on a live stream that I'm not allowed to. Hi, thank you for coming on.
Oh, hello.
So speaking of things you're not allowed to talk about, are you working on something that you're not allowed to talk about, Alex?
I'm so sorry, guys. So I'm still working on my Simon & Schuster middle grade project for next autumn. So not this autumn coming. It's scheduled for the one after. So I'm still on my big structure edit, but I'm at the point where basically I've cut all of the words that they asked me to, and then added all the words that they asked me to, and found that it's still too long. So what I'm doing now is like a mini line edit.
Yeah.
So it's helping me with just making sure that it's all consistent before it goes back to my lovely editor, because I just want to make sure that I've done the best I can.
Yeah.
So I'm currently smack bang in the middle, just reading it very carefully, making cuts, and hopefully it will be finished by September. And then while we're chatting, I am crocheting. I'm making some little sunflowers.
cute.
So that's
You
the
are
middle of the
so
sunflower, and they're just going round. And eventually it will be a
multi-talented.
hat.
Oh, that's so cute. Amazing. Alex has got the evening planned exactly how it should be. I am editing Mina 3 in the hopes that I will get to the ending by Sunday that I have not written. I hope Lauren James is not watching this, who edits my books, because the book that was being sent to her in August is not quite finished yet. So I think the ending may be a little rough around the edges when she gets it, but I feel like the first 3/4 of it is decent. I just don't have an ending. I know what the ending is, I just have chosen not to write it yet. I'm going to add Kirsty back on and see if we've resolved the tech issues. Okay.
I'm not convinced we will have.
I think we've still got the speech jammer.
Yeah, I've got my headphones plugged in, and for some reason they don't work when they're charging, so it might be okay for the next bit. I'll just be quiet for this bit. It's fine.
Okay. I don't know whether it's annoying to other people or whether we can just hear it ourselves, or whether we get bounced back on live stream. I'm not sure. Maybe people can tell us.
Can the comments?
I can't hear any
echoing?
echo.
Maybe Sharon can tell us.
Yeah, Kev's suggestion is to go out and then join back again on the link. Is that what you did that time? Oh, and it did the same thing. Okay. Oh, so when you're muted, it doesn't do it. This is so weird.
I just think we're coming through on Kirsty's
yeah.
because I can always mute my mic when Kirsty is talking as well. I will.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
up.
we'll try. Okay.
And then we can all be together.
Yep. So the echo is audible. Oh yeah. Technology. Why? When we've had like no problems before, have we? Having us on the screen together. It's just bizarre. Well, I don't know. If we go to a sprint fairly soon, I'm assuming that hopefully it'll be charged and we should be okay. Fingers crossed. Shall we mute ourselves? Then you can tell us what you're going to work on, Kirsty, and hopefully there won't be an echo. So let's go mute, Alex, so we can.
Okay, so I am taking part in the Tandem Collective Readathon for One of Us is Back by Karen McManus. So I've got a couple of chapters left of yesterday's prompts, and then I need to read tonight's prompts, and then I'll see how I'm feeling as to whether I do any writing or whether I switch back to Birthday by Meredith Russo, which is got nice rainbow edges.
That sounds cool. Yeah, I haven't read any Meredith Russo books. I feel like they wrote a book a couple of years ago that's pretty popular, but I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, I think it's If I Was Your Girl. I've not read that one, but it's advertised in the back of this one.
Yeah, that's the one. I remember a lot of people talking about that at the time. Okay, awesome. I didn't know that was happening. I probably should have joined in on that read along. I'm just completely behind on everything at the moment while I'm in editing mode. I think my reading disappears, although somewhere, Kev, do you mind passing me that book? If I do well, I'm going to reward myself. Laura Stevens' new book arrived this week, which comes out on the 14th of September. It's called Every Exquisite Thing, and it's a retelling of The Picture of Dorian Gray, a sapphic dark academia retelling, I might add. And it's very good. I've read 50 pages so far, so I'm hoping I'll read that this month because it comes out next month. I always feel bad if I get it earlier that I don't read it. The panic is real. It comes out on the same day as the anthology too, so that's quite nice that I've got a publication day buddy. And Shiver Point by Gabriel Dillon comes out if you want to round off your spooky reading with all things that come out on the same day. Interesting. I haven't heard of that. I have to look it up and see if that's one to jump on.
Yeah, it's really good. It's going back to both sets of characters from the first and the second book. It's kind of rounding off, I think, a trilogy. So yeah, I'm about halfway through, I think, or just under halfway through. Yeah, it's good.
Cool. I am with Karen McManus books. I've read like odd ones, but I haven't read all of them for whatever reason because I feel like she's so well known that I just I'm not going to lose them, if you know what I mean. Like they're just there waiting on my shelf, but it's not like a kind of lesser known author that is going to slip under the radar for me. I think they're always going to be there. Okay, so let's go to the first sprint. Hopefully we can sort out so that the sound issues but if it isn't, Kirsty, we'll just not talk, and if you're happy to do the muting thing. in between. So let's go to a 40-minute sprint. If you haven't been here before, we normally do 40 minutes, have a chat, 40 minutes, have a chat, and then generally 30 minutes the last one because we're all sleepy by then. So I'll pop the timer on and we will see you on the other side. Hello. I'm hoping that sound's working. The sound's working? Is everything?
Is it working?
Hello,
Are we bouncing back? I don't think we're bouncing back. Hooray! Well done, Kirsty.
That's all right. I'll continue to charge it during the next sprint so that it's fully charged and won't drop out again.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that's great. That's obviously fixed at 3 sets of headphones. It's fine with me. How did you two get on? How about you, Kirsty?
Yeah, no, I finished yesterday's chapters, although there wasn't actually a prompt for yesterday's chapter, so I just posted something anyway. And then I'm a couple of chapters into today's bit, so I should finish that in the next sprint. I might try and do a little bit of writing, although my brain's a bit mushy, so I think I might just try and write a picture book that I want to write.
That's cool.
So yeah,
I'd love to write a picture book. I haven't had quite the right idea, I don't think, but I read them all the time and it frustrates me. I'm like, I feel like I should be able to do this. I've got lots of ideas for other things, but I just haven't had the little kid idea yet.
I found it really hard writing a picture book. Really difficult. Yeah. It's a very different discipline, isn't it?
And it's, do you rhyme? Do you not rhyme?
Yes, I know what you mean. The advice that I've been given is not to rhyme because of ease of translation. But then some of my favourite picture books rhyme. I think, because they're made to be read aloud, sometimes the rhyme helps with getting the rhythm, which obviously is the important bit, because if you've got the rhyme at the end, then the structure of the sentence, when to lift your voice in order to sort of have it with the, your mind follows the rhyme, if that makes sense. But
I prefer reading rhyming ones aloud or very simple ones. Like Nathan loves one at the minute called Penguin. I don't know whether you two have come across it, and it's really funny and cute. You ought to look it up. It's by Polly Dunbar. And basically Ben receives a penguin and is really cross that it won't talk to him. So Ben talks to the penguin says nothing. Ben shouts at the penguin says nothing. And it gets more ridiculous and funny as you go on, but it's so simple. And I read it thinking, the simplest books, so few words in it, but it's so clever and so funny. And Nathan covers his eyes at one bit because it is it's borderline too much for a 3-year-old. Spoiler alert, Ben gets eaten by a lion, but it's fine. He gets spat back out again. But yeah, Nathan knows what's coming, but he covers that page and then will flick on quickly. I'd love to do it. They do Catherine Emmett, I think it is, who wrote King of the Swamp and Sammy Striker that came out recently. I think it's her that does a picture book course. I think it might even be through Write Mentor, but I'd really like to go on one because I don't know the mechanics of them at all. I literally have read loads, but I don't know how many pages they are, how many words you're meant to have on a page, or anything like that.
I can always forward you a useful email from my agent as well.
Oh,
Amy,
yeah, please.
She is really, really wicked when it comes to picture books, and I've actually got a picture book with Simon and Schuster right now. Probably nothing will come of it because it's difficult.
You never know.
It's difficult to do well, but I really enjoyed writing it, and if they don't pick it up, then I will try again because it was a lot of fun. But just definitely difficult compared to writing a chapter book. I think a different kind of challenge.
I don't know what my agent would do because she tends to do upper YA to adult. I think if I said I've written a really cute picture book, she'd be like, thanks. I don't know what to do with it.
Now what do I do? Yeah, I used to write quite a lot of poetry.
Oh wow, that's cool.
But yeah,
I'm jealous.
Not necessarily rhyming though. It wasn't particularly rhyming poetry. So.
Maybe that'd help for picture books though. If you're used to writing in different forms, and if Alex is saying that not rhyming is maybe a good thing in terms of selling, I'd never really thought about the translation issue.
But then that's just the current trend. It could everything could have changed in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, I don't know what I've heard though. I'm in some DM groups with a lot of picture group book authors, and they seem to say that a lot of it is about the international markets for picture books. It's not how well you do in the UK, it's how well you do everywhere. Whereas it's fine if a UK YA book, if it does well in UK YA, you can kind of be successful. But I think picture books, they like to sell high volume,
the broader,
and kind of worldwide for it to do really well.
Yeah. It's tricky, isn't it? Because international audiences, their tastes are so different, depending on your cultural background and whatnot.
Yeah.
So to write something that's universally adored is, nigh on impossible, unless you're like, one in a million. So,
I wonder what they do with Julia Donaldson's, because her rhyme and everything is so iconic, isn't it? But do they have to translate it rhyming? Because I'm assuming hers are translated like the world over.
Yeah,
I want to know
sure.
now. I don't know her to ask. I saw her once in a Waterstones. I was going to a book event and she'd just done one there, I think, and we sat in the Waterstones cafe near each other, but I didn't approach her because I was too embarrassed that she was with this huge entourage. And I was just sat there like, I haven't written a book or anything. I was like a blogger and I didn't blog about children's books, so I didn't feel like I had any reason to approach her.
I bet she would. I bet she would have loved to say hello.
Yeah, maybe. I'll try again in the future. Now I can actually say I've read all of your books thousands of times if I meet her again.
Yeah.
Every
I know
night.
lots of them by heart, like many parents do. I know the Gruffalo inside out. How about you, Alex? Sorry, we went on a picture book tangent there, but how's the middle grade world treating you with that last sprint?
Yeah. So I have managed to cut a bunch, which is good, and I've done half a chapter, so it is slow going, but it's progress. So I'm quite happy with that.
What I'm doing is slow too, because I don't know how you work, Alex, but I put loads of comments on in the margin, so I've got my edits on as comments, I've got Kev's edits on as comments, and then when my agent and my editor edit it, I will put theirs on as well. So I'm acting on my edits and Kev's at the minute, and it's just going through one comment at a time laboriously, and sometimes in the wrong place. So I get a comment and it's like, oh, that was 5 chapters ago, go back. So I've edited about 3 pages and I'm fine with that. If I can do 10 tonight, that'll be really good.
Yeah, I definitely get that. I'm not at the stage at the moment where I've had any notes on the manuscript itself. I just have, in a separate document. So, but when they come in, I will definitely be taking a deep breath, trying not to look at all the red pen altogether, so as not to cause a panic, and then just taking it one comment at a time.
Literally, that's all you can do. My agent does tend to give like overarching feedback, and my editor does the more as she goes through, as well as the overarching. So my agent's the one who says, this whole character needs to go, and can you just move this scene from the end to the beginning and like delete that whole section? And usually I can talk her around and say, no, that's all too extreme.
Sure, no problem.
I just argue back and say, I'm not going to do it. I don't like what you just said, but let me tell you why. And then she tells me what's wrong and gives me the extreme response to what's wrong. And then I find she knows it isn't the response, but I think she just gives me the shock one. And it's like, I'll sort this so you don't make me delete that character. Yeah, I don't know. It works anyway. She seems to scare me into sorting myself out.
Do you both edit on computer, or do you print off and do it?
How about you, Alex?
I am completely digital. In the past, I have printed off my manuscripts, and I did find that really helpful. But with how much things go backwards and forwards, if I were to do that every time, it would just be so expensive, and also I'd have killed a tree. So I just do it all on my computer now.
Yeah,
I do it at key points. Yeah, I do it at key points. So the final read where I can't change anything, I always print out, because I think that some stuff you just see like how it's going to look on the page and it's all designed up. I need to see that on a page. And I do it at one point during the edits, at least I do tend to print it out, because I just see different stuff. You read it so many times, I become a bit blind to it, and I can't see it unless I see it in a different medium. So I just have to print it. How about you, Kirsty? Do you do a mixture or one or the other?
I've kind of tried both, but I think I'm probably going more digital. Just like you said, don't want to kill too many trees. Plus, also I don't want to repeat the same work twice, because then my ADHD will get bored of that. So, because you'd have to write it and then type it.
It is painful, and it always takes longer than I think. Last time I did that, it took me days, and I was like, oh, this was meant to be a couple of hours quick type up, and it never is. So yeah, I think there's probably lots of benefits for not printing it out. Let's see what the people in the comments are saying. Hi, Reka. Nice. I haven't read that, although it was really popular with the year 5/6s I used to teach. And I always thought I should read that, especially because one of the dads said it's a bit of a bodice ripper, isn't it? And I was like, sold, I want to read it. Can you imagine a parent walking into my classroom and saying that? Hilarious.
I mean, they managed to calm that down for the filmed version.
Yeah. Well, I think that this dad was surprised that he'd let his daughter watch the film, bought the book, and come in and was like, sorry, she's reading this book. I'm like, I really don't care. You can give her, if she's reading to a high standard and she's really happy, no book is going to get barred from my classroom. That dad obviously wasn't quite sure. Hi, Paula. Thank you for coming. We are. I think we all are. Kirsty's suffering with a cold and stuff, but still here with a smiley face. We appreciate that. Penguin is lovely. See, Paula knows. Paula has a kid of a similar age to mine. Sharon, every week I feel like Sharon says something really casual where I'm like, we need to do an hour-long chat about this. Sharon's just fascinating to me. Like, you have so many layers, Sharon. I don't think I've ever met anybody that's quite so interesting.
Very intriguing, Sharon.
We should do a poetry share.
Yeah. Please do. I write really terrible poetry for work sometimes. I have to write them because I write reading comprehensions and stuff, and sometimes I have to write the poem for the kids to, and my poems are really bad. They're like a child has written them, so it kind of works for what I'm doing. But I can write a model text to an age 11 standard. That's it. Yeah, exactly. I completely agree. I don't know about you, Alex, but I wrote other stuff that was what I thought I needed to write, and then wrote Mina because I loved it, and that was the one that went somewhere.
Yeah, I get that. I think my theory is what it is that if you wholeheartedly believe in what you're writing, and if you are writing something that kind of has a little piece of your heart in it and that speaks to you, then your reader can feel your honesty. That being said, though, as someone who also has written something that was, maybe a little bit pulpy, not super commercial, thinking about Rules for Vampires, in terms of how well that's done in bookshops versus books that have more of a general appeal outside of spooky kids. I feel that sometimes. So my project that I'm working on now is my attempt at writing something that still is earnest to me. So it is quite mad, but is a little bit more universally appealing, if that makes sense. It's a little bit more Cartoon Network than Tim Burton.
I don't know how
that makes sense.
I mean, the Beetlejuice stripes speak for themselves, really. I don't know how to do commercial. I think I only know how to do really weird and quirky because I've written 3 things in the past 2 years. The anthology story, which people keep saying reminds them of Wednesday, the new Addams Family thing, and this is prior to the Addams Family new series. So I feel like I did it first. So I've done my own version of the Addams Family, the Mina books, cool. And then something else which is bonkers and gothic and horror as well. So I don't know how to write commercial fiction at this point. I only know how to write pulp. Alex, you need to show the crochet again. Paula missed it.
Yes, sorry, Paula. I'm working on some little. So this will be a granny square. It's going to be like a sunflower pattern because I'm making a hat for my friend, storyteller Renita Boyle up in Waketown, Galloway in Scotland, because she sent me some amazing beads that have little dice in them. Yeah, they're from, I think, the 50s or 60s, she said. She went home to America and got them. So I'm making her a hat, and it's going to be glorious. I've got on my little bandana today with the little twizzly, spirally bits, so I'm very into my crochet. It's been good fun.
It is very cool. It's on my list of things to learn how to do along with D&D.
Don't get me started.
No. The list of skills that I want to achieve is longer than the ones I actually have. That's the story.
Just having the time, isn't it? It's the timing.
Yeah, I don't feel that you're old at all, Sharon, but I feel you on the get bored easily thing as well. You've got to kind of learn new
Multi-talented,
things
Sharon.
and mix it up. Yeah, that's it, exactly. Experienced and multi-talented, that's what we should say, instead of,
Yeah.
I think that when I think nearly 40, it's like, no, experienced, not nearly 40.
A
Let's go with that.
fine vintage.
Yes, exactly. Spoken by somebody in her early 30s, Alex.
No.
I'm on the slide to 50 now. I was 45 yesterday, so.
All right. Oh, happy 45.
Happy
Thanks.
birthday for yesterday again, Kirsty. I hope you had a
I
lovely
just
birthday.
realised why you know. It was because there's a big sign behind me, isn't there?
Oh, did you think I
No.
just knew?
Yeah, I was like, how did you know that?
I just looked at you, Kirsty, and I had a feeling. It's like in Mean Girls when
Spooky.
Karen can tell it's already raining by the
Her
Yes.
boobs continue. Yeah.
Yeah. She's
Well,
like,
I saw
"That's
on
somebody that looks like
Facebook.
Madonna's birthday twin."
Yeah. Do you know when you look on Facebook and it says it was somebody's birthday yesterday, and you're like, no, why didn't you tell me this yesterday? So I did that today, and I was like, I missed it. And I messaged you yesterday as well and didn't say happy birthday, so I felt like doubly bad. Do you want to come on a sprint, not happy birthday? It's a spooky.
You did say happy birthday as well. Spooky.
Oh yeah, late. Can somebody put that on a t-shirt for Sharon, please? Who do we know that designs t-shirts? The spooky onion.
That's so cute.
Happy belated
Thank you.
birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Slide to
Slide to
60.
My husband's on the slide to 40, like in September, so we're close to a big birthday in our house. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I want the slide from the Barbie house. If that was
Yes,
my slide to 50, I'd be quite happy.
Oh my god, that'd be great. I freaking love Barbie, you guys. It was so good. I love Barbie.
I can't watch films that toddlers can't watch.
I've seen it twice.
Just rub
It's
it in.
so good.
I also really want to watch The Haunted Mansion. I really want to watch it, and I just know I haven't got time. I haven't got time at the minute. I can't give a whole evening to go into the cinema. I just can't.
Well, I've got to go twice more because when I bought tickets for me and my friend for the wrong day.
Oh.
And then I tweeted Cineworld and went, I'm such an idiot, I did this, and they very, very kindly, which they didn't need to do, did give me vouchers, so
that's lovely.
I can go again.
That is
good.
I'm hoping.
I think they last just until Ballad of Songbird and Snakes come out, so I definitely want to see that. And maybe Haunted Mansion as well, I think.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well. That's on my list because that looks really good. The animation, it looks amazing. I'm so excited. I love the turtles.
Me too. I feel like in a few years' time, I'm going to get all the benefits of these amazing kids' films that come out, but just not yet. At the minute, we can manage a 40-minute Dougie at the cinema, and then that's it. So we do many kids' clubs, but nothing else just yet. Spooky onion.
Spooky onion.
Oh, I love
like
it.
An Animal Crossing nickname. That's so cute.
Spooky onion. I feel like we can't beat that. So let's go to a sprint and see if we can come up with anything more ingenious on the other side. So we'll do another 40 minutes. Let us know in the comments what you are getting up to, and we will catch you up at the end how we've got on. So we will see you on the other side.
See you then.
Can everyone hear me okay? Take my microphone
Yeah.
out. Yeah, right, brilliant. It glitched for a second. I was like, oh no, it's not going to work. Lighting us down tonight. So that's brilliant. I always feel like the second one, I get really focused and I could do like another half an hour because I get really into it. How did you get on, Kirsty?
I literally just finished the today's chapters. I'm a terror when I get this far into book because it's nearing sort of 60%. I'm really bad at sticking to read along schedules. I just want to carry on now, but I'm going to try and be good.
Yeah, that is good. I haven't done the tandem things before. Is it a particular company that like puts them on?
Yeah, it's a group of individuals. I think I'd not been selected for anything before, and it was one where you kind of read along with your own copy. Although they did, in the end, they managed to get us NetGalley arcs of the book. So
cool.
Yeah, it was good because all my others are paperbacks, and it's a hardback release. So I know I've got to wait till the paperback comes out. So I will be buying it, but
it's so bad, isn't it? The hardback thing. I try to just buy paperbacks just because I find them easy to read, and the amount of hardback adult books I keep buying because I just want them there and then, and I'm like, I don't want to wait another year or whatever.
Yeah.
Well done for being productive and sticking to what you're supposed to read. That sounds very well behaved to me. How about you, Alex? How did you go?
Yeah. Done more of the chapter, which is good. I'm quite happy. I'm kind of like you. I've, come to a point where I felt like I was kind of a little bit on a roll, and I think I'll definitely use the last half hour to hopefully finish this chapter, which would be good. It's kind of like a little bit of a talky chapter, and then we're coming into some action now. So that should be good fun to write, I think. Well, to edit.
Well, I think I've got about 5 more minutes of editing to do, and I haven't quite got to where I wanted to, but I've realised I've got a horribly difficult scene to edit because I've decided that somebody needs to die in it, and they don't currently die. So I've got to go through the whole scene weaving in a death, and I feel like I don't want to say anything because I don't want to spoil it, but I don't always like writing death scenes because I'm like, I just want everybody to be happy. Can't everyone just be happy and like nothing bad happened to nice people? But yeah, it's a murder mystery, so some people need to get murdered, really. So I'm going to make it tomorrow's problem. I've got a long car journey tomorrow and Kev's driving, and I tend to edit. Nathan gets fixated on his iPad, which is the best way to contain him. So I will probably edit for 2 hours tomorrow and feel very sorry for myself killing somebody off.
It's good though that you can do it in the car.
Yeah,
I'd be vomiting.
Weirdly, I've never minded unless it's a really windy road, which tomorrow I think could be in parts. I might have to stop. But yeah, it's very useful because we do quite a lot of travelling, and I really need to work whenever I can get a working minute in. Paul is asking
you should.
Sorry, Kirsty, what are you going to say before
I was just going to say you should use Annalise Avery's technique of rolling a dice to work out which character's going to die. I can't believe she did that.
Because it's a trilogy, I feel like I've kind of known where this is going for a while, and there's one character I'm really not looking forward to what I've got planned for them. And I know it just needs to happen because it's kind of, I've been building up to this, so I need to just be brave and do it, but it's not easy. Yeah, if it was a standalone, like with the short story, I felt fine about doing horrible things because I was like, I don't know you as well as Mina and Kev, so I can rip your heart out and I don't really care. Yeah, so it's interesting. Mina and Co. I didn't say Mina and Kev. Kev thought I was inserting.
I did think you'd said Kev.
I heard that as well.
I don't remember a Kev.
I tried to say Co. Maybe it came out as Kev. I did. I did yesterday talk to Kev about Mina and Kev, and I was like, no, Mina and Jared. God, you're not Kev. Kev isn't Jared, and Jared isn't Kev, but they have certain characteristics in common, like being tall and sweet and clumsy and brilliant. Anyway, going to move on to the Ninja Turtle question. I'm going to start stitching myself up. Okay. Anybody have strong feelings? Go for it, Alex.
Okay. Well, my suggestion is, shall we all say our favourite Ninja Turtle on the count of 3?
Okay, yeah.
Are you ready?
Bear in mind, my answer has been the same since I was 8, so I don't know whether it's still the correct answer because
I've not
That's
watched recent
okay.
Turtles,
That's all right.
so
And
this is
everyone
my
in the
favourite.
chat can get ready as well to everyone post their favourite turtle on the count of 3
Okay,
if you
so on
like.
3, ready?
You can
1.
count us down, Amy.
Okay, so after 3. 1, 2,
Whoa,
3.
hang on. Are we doing...
Michelangelo. Michelangelo.
Oh,
That's
what?
Michelangelo.
Donatello.
That's mine.
Did you say Michelangelo as
Yes.
well, Kirsty?
I did, but I can't remember it well enough. And I was ignoring. I'm like, is it Michelangelo or is it Donatello? It's the one that's the silliest one.
Yeah, in the
Michelangelo.
90s cartoons.
Okay,
Yeah, Michelangelo in the 90s cartoons was the funny, silly one who was absolutely
Yes.
obsessed with pizza.
Yeah.
I know they all like pizza, but his obsession was like to the next level, and I always appreciated that as a kid. I was like, I used to play Ninja Turtles in the playground, and sometimes if I was one of the turtles, I was Michelangelo, and if I was being a girl, then I was April. There were several of us who were all like some version of April. So how about you, Kirsty? Was this just going on pure instinct because you can't really remember, did you say?
Yeah, no, my memory is terrible. I just remember there was one that was a lot more humorous than the others, and that's the type of character I'm probably drawn to a bit more.
How about you, Alex? What's the reasoned response for Donatello?
I mean, Donatello is very underrated. I feel like without Donatello, they'd all be screwed. You know, he's kind of the unsung hero. He's got the least cool weapon. Like, the coolest weapon is obviously Raphael's sai, right? The prongs, the forks.
Mm-hmm.
And Donatello gets a stick. I understand I understand it's a bow staff. It's like a proper thing, isn't it? But like, he's kind of like the nerdy one, right? And the brains of the operation. So I feel sorry for him, and that makes me like him. I think he should have more recognition. And that concludes my dissertation on why Donatello is the best turtle.
You've convinced me. That's good. I also always really liked Splinter, I remember. Looking back, he's like kind of a Mr. Miyagi type character, isn't he? Like with the randomness and stuff.
Didn't he used to keep hitting them?
Yeah.
Keep hitting them when they did things wrong?
Yeah.
And I think, isn't Shredder in the 90s ones, wasn't he like a really terrible villain as well? Like,
yeah.
I didn't find him at all sinister, and I was quite easily scared as a child with, the vivid imagination thing, and Shredder just didn't frighten me at all.
Didn't do it. Not like Skeletor.
No, Shredder definitely.
or the evil thing in Dungeons and Dragons. I can't remember what's his name.
I don't know.
Vecna.
I feel like
The Hand of Vecna.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hang on, Vecna. I'm going to go off on a tangent now. Is that Stranger Things reference? Like, did Stranger Things reference Dungeons and Dragons? Then?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, he's from
that.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah.
And then you have the Hand of Vecna.
Now I get
I
get the voice.
Mm.
Now I get the voice. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I nearly said something that could be a spoiler. Then I'm not going to say it. It doesn't sound like the person that it is. Yes, I feel like we've given that enough season thought. What do you think of the debate trailer?
Paula. Oh God, guys,
I haven't seen anything apart from people saying it sounds terrible, but I've not seen anything myself.
So I think I'm not the best person to ask about this because I actually find Charlie and the Chocolate Factory to be like deeply viscerally upsetting and cannot watch it. I was very frightened of it as a child, and even now it's still like it touches a part of my brain that I don't want to think about. But I did see the trailer, and to be honest with you, it's very like sort of twee, like sort of like, it's not for me. It's very nicey nice, and all I could think was, this is a horrible man.
It's not nicey nice. I mean, I didn't like the Johnny Depp film version. I found that just missed the mark somehow completely. But it is quite sinister. Like the book and the original film are very like dark, aren't they? Like he kind of subjects children to emotional like manipulation to see which one is going to be the one. And
it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah.
Grandpa Joe, he's in that bed and he manipulates everyone into thinking he can't stand up, and then he gets the ticket and he stands up because he can go and get some chocolate. Bad Grandpa Joe. Naughty.
I mean, to be fair, that's pretty much the only reason I get out of bed nowadays is for chocolate. So.
Me too, Kirsty.
Chocolate. It's like, you're going to eat some carrots, choose some chocolate. I never thought as a parent I would ever use chocolate or tomato ketchup as a bargaining tool, but they do. In a pinch, they do. It's not together, preferably.
Ooh.
Oh
yeah. So obviously I saw the trailer as well. It reminded me of Oliver. You know, that big scene at the beginning when they're all, not at the beginning, but you know, when he's singing "Who Will Buy" and stuff like that. It was a big ensemble kind of dancey thing. I'll probably watch it. I'll probably enjoy it. I wonder if it is a bit of a villain origins. Yeah, I will.
Yeah, is it a villain origin story, or is it like a nice guy origin story? That's what we want to know.
I mean, it felt nice guy, but like you said, he is quite a disturbed individual. So maybe it does darken towards the end. I don't know.
Yes, interesting. There's a watchathon. Watch-chattathon. What? I can't say that. Watch-chattathon. I think I said that right-ish. That's interesting. If anybody's
watchathon,
is that just something that you're doing, or is it a organised watchathon?
Good question.
That sounds
I'm
like
sure,
fun.
Books of Brett can let us know.
And realistically, you probably need 2 days.
Yeah, that's it. Hi,
Ashlyn.
That sounds cool. I keep saying to Kev, I want you to do stuff on Canva for me. I need to actually learn. I see people doing brilliant stuff on Canva all the time. We'll look forward to seeing that, Ashlyn. Everybody saying hi. Excellent. I can't wait. I did a bad thing and I read ahead. I'm not supposed to read ahead in my own book club. I accidentally finished this one 2 weeks early because I did the thing, Kirsty, where I was like, I can't. There was a cliffhanger where I thought I can't stop there. So I'm going to kind of skim read each week and like post as I do. But yeah, it definitely gripped me. I can't wait to discuss this one. I'm not going to say anything because I'll spoil it. But
yeah, I read it before you did the readathon. So it's good. And
it goes in a direction, doesn't it? About 3/4 way through.
Yeah, yeah. That's a very good way to put it. It goes in a direction. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh right, that sounds interesting. In that she loved it, or that you terrified her.
Oh God,
I love gremlins.
The spider gremlin.
Oh, nice. I think you were mentioning that it's on, is it Wattpad that you're publishing on? That's cool.
Very cool.
Fingers crossed, Paula. I'm yet to experience sleep throughs, although we are now touching everything, like 10 p.m. to about 6 a.m. sometimes, which is almost...
Isn't that a sleep through?
Yeah, I mean, his sleep through there would be like 7 p.m. to, you know, which apparently some children do. I've yet to see evidence of that, but... Yeah. Excellent. That sounds very, very productive evening.
Very cool.
Raphael.
Yeah. Raphael fan. I understand.
Everybody's getting a look in. Paula, who's the one that we haven't? Is nobody a Leonardo fan? Like,
no. Leonardo's a square.
I can't remember him. Like, I can remember characteristics of all the other three. Like, in my head, Raphael's really cool. Like you said, Donatello's nerdy, Michelangelo's wacky, but Leonardo, like, I don't have an adjective for him.
No, boring.
I need to watch it. I'm going to find a 90s episode now to watch.
But which artist that they're named after do you like best?
Oh, I mean, Da Vinci is the one that kind of sticks in my mind.
He's kind of he's multi-talented, isn't he?
Yeah, we went to an exhibit in Las Vegas, I think, where somebody had made, like, you know, a lot of the stuff that he just sketched and never actually got made. Somebody had made life-size versions of the stuff that he'd, like, kind of seen, and it was absolutely incredible, like, working models of these enormous machines. Like, absolutely brilliant. Cool. I mean, I'm sure the others are amazing too, but he's just the one that seems to be I don't know, like you said, the most multifaceted to me.
I'm just thinking now about I've got Michelangelo's David in my Animal Crossing, and let me tell you now, seeing that on the, I put it on the television so you can have the big TV. It's, it's very startling to suddenly see naked bottom in your cutesy Nintendo game, and naked other parts as well. So
Yeah,
maybe
I
I'd
wouldn't
have
have
to say
thought they'd have gone there.
Michelangelo.
We did go to see it
They
in real
do.
life.
Well, it's art.
Yeah.
I mean, I did stand there thinking, like, penis. I just couldn't think anything tangible about it.
I sketched it when I was there.
That was the only thought.
Yeah,
Did you
like
really,
literally.
Kirsty? Oh my
Everyone was
god!
I did. Although that was less embarrassing than the one life drawing class I went to.
Oh no!
But I would not do that
wow.
again.
Really?
I would not do that again.
Oh,
I mean, mainly
no.
because I can't actually draw, so it's like things weren't in proportion.
Yeah. I imagine the insult as well of the person, like, is this how you see me when at the end of the class you've drawn like a stick?
Oh my god! Do they
Disproportionate
see
bits.
what you've drawn?
I don't think they did. I think it was just the teacher that did. But yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
I think I would quite like to have a go. As someone who can't draw, I would love to go and
just get crayons out.
just give it a whack at finger paints.
Have you two read Daughter of Smoke and Bone? I would definitely recommend it if you haven't. Have you, Alex? So
No, I'm sorry.
a
I'm
fantasy book.
always letting the side
But
down.
there's a live drawing scene at the beginning that is great for character development. If you want to see like an exercise in how to portray a character when you first meet Karu, her ex-boyfriend, as kind of a cruel joke to her, turns up as the model in the live drawing.
Oh yes, yeah, I remember now.
And her reaction to it is absolutely genius. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd recommend, if you don't even read the whole book, read that scene. It's really good.
I will check
really
it out. Let me open up a new tab.
Yeah, I think you'd like it, Alex. It's really interesting. It's fantasy, but it feels very grounded in like there's a real world and then there's another world element to it.
That's very cool.
I love the novella, The Night of Cake and Puppets.
I haven't read it. I've got 2 copies of it and I've still not read it because I refuse to have no Laini Taylor books to read, so I'm kind of saving that one.
Waiting until she's written something else.
They do take a few years, don't they, to come, but they are beautiful. The
moody one.
Yes,
cool.
yeah.
I love
you can
that
change him.
Oh dear, I didn't mean to click that up. Oh yeah, I'm just going to click through this.
Very impressed by that. That's great. I'm so impressed.
I think generally that I can click and like feel safe that nothing's going to pop up. Then every now and again a comment comes and I'm like, oh, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Yeah.
The original I prefer, but that's the one I grew up with, I guess.
Yeah, same.
I actually, this is right. So I wrote to a certain TV program that I won't name.
Yeah.
Where you wrote to have your wish granted, and my wish was to go to Charlie's Chocolate Factory, which obviously doesn't exist. So luckily, Kirsty, it was never granted, so I never got to go on said TV program.
Fine. You know what, Kirsty? I'd be so worried for you. I'm so glad that you're okay. What a horrible place.
I was just like, I just wanted the chocolate.
So young and innocent and sweet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, so Leonardo was the leader. Is that why we don't like him?
So he's bossy.
When you think like Jon Snow and Game of Thrones, as soon as somebody becomes the leader, they kind of lose their appeal, don't they? Because they've got to do the job that nobody else wants. So that's
they got to be the bad guy. Maybe that is it. Maybe you're on something there, Paula.
Paula's done it, but only females.
Okay.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know whether I'd like to draw a man. No offense to men.
It's so
I feel like I'd be a bit more comfortable drawing a lady.
Yeah. I'm not going to say why I feel the same, but yes, I feel the same. That's yeah. It's interesting. Ladies. Like that is some people's like defining version, isn't it? Because if that's the one you grew up with, I find that really interesting. Like I know that they're remaking Harry Potter's, or are they making new ones or something? And I find
making it into a TV series.
Yeah, like by the time Nathan's watching stuff, like, will that be the defining vision of it? I find that really weird how pop culture kind of moves on. And
yes, I was watching one of the series of Dragula, and one of the girls on there mentioned that her first ever like horror film, her defining horror film is Coraline.
Oh,
So Neil Gaiman's Coraline, and you know when you think, gosh, how young are you? And then you realise and you're like, oh. But I
mean,
used
it is
that in my Gothic
horrifying.
workshop. Yeah, and it is
It
very
is horrifying,
it is
to be
very
fair.
scary. I mean, I remember being frightened of Nightmare Before Christmas growing up, and I think that it's the animation style, isn't it? You know, that's very unsettling. But yes, it's interesting. Different generations and their reference points.
I was trying to explain who Jack Skellington is to Nathan because I won't let him watch it yet for obvious reasons. And he was like, who is he? But why is he dressed as Santa? And I was like, well, he dressed as Santa and gives people horrible presents that he thinks guys that they think are horrible. And he was like, well, why would he do that, Mummy? I'm like, I don't know. I tried and I showed him some of the presents. He was like, yeah, they are quite scary.
Meanwhile, though, doesn't he? His heart is in the right place, Jack Skellington. He's just got it a bit wrong.
Yeah, I think the visuals at the moment are just too much for a small person, in my opinion.
Yeah.
My small person, anyway.
It is scary.
I will show him at some point. Yeah.
I have to show you. My sister got me a very exciting birthday present of a rocket book.
Oh.
Which is like the reusable notebooks. So you write on it with pens and then scan it into your phone and it digitizes it and then you wipe it over and you never need another notebook again. I mean, I'm gonna buy other notebooks, obviously, but I'm excited to play with that.
Oh, that's awesome. I've never seen those before.
Does that turn it into type then as well?
I
or does it scan it in as your handwriting?
I think it can do both, but I'm not sure because there's two different types. I remember I was looking at them like a year or so ago. I think it's Rocketbook and Remarkable are the two that I've seen. And I can't remember which one was which.
I think
and I decided
Amazon do one as well, I think. I feel like one of the Kindles you might be able to do that. Like annotate and stuff and
yes,
like
I think
it as a notebook.
I think the newer Kindle.
So say you want to annotate a textbook and stuff. Yeah, Jean Marder was mine as well growing up. Yeah, I mean, I find it terrifying, but I suppose we've all got different things that scare us, haven't we?
You're braver than me.
Kindle Scribe.
Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go to the sprint. If we do 30 minutes for this one, I am going to wander off for parts of it. I need to write for 5 and then I'm going to pack because we're going away for the weekend and only half packed. It's like a military operation packing for a 3-year-old, like all the things you might need for 2 nights. So yeah, I will be here briefly, then bobbing away, but I'm packing here, like, so I'm not going too far away. But yeah, so I assume, are you carrying on writing, Alex? Kirsty,
yes.
Did you say
I'm going to go to picture book now.
Yeah, cool.
Ooh,
do that for half an hour.
So nearly done. One more sprint, everyone. We will see you on the other side.
Okay, see you.
And that was it. Final sprint.
It got me that time.
Sorry, it nearly got me, but I luckily managed to pick the right moment. I'm just going to move this bag because I can't actually get to the computer yet. I've packed just around myself. So yeah, I think I've nearly packed. I'm going through the list. I'm extremely compulsive. I don't know whether either of you do this, but going on holiday, I have like a master list of stuff that I take with me. Otherwise, I just don't take anything sensible at all. So yeah, so that's what I did. I finished my scene when, I'll write the horrible scene tomorrow. And yeah, did some packing. How about you, Alex? Did you carry on writing?
Yeah, I've done really well this time, guys. I think to make up for my failure last time I was on. So I've actually managed to do 3 chapters worth of editing.
Oh wow!
Yes, yeah. I'm quite happy with that. That's not bad. So big success. Thank you very much for having me.
Cool. Happy to help. I didn't even get anywhere near that, but well, I'll be at the point where you are. I think you're like that step ahead of me. I'm still at the sorting out messes stage, like the big messes. So yeah, I'll be there with you hopefully in a month's time. But yeah, how about you, Kirsty? How'd you get on?
Yeah, good. I have decided it's going to be I think a 32-page book, so I've just set out all the thingies, and I've got to page 10, but obviously I'm just writing the story first, and then I'll have to go back and make it make sense and add in stuff for illustration and I don't know. And then I started googling carrot harvesting because it's a really important part of my story. So
how cute. That sounds awesome.
We tried planting carrots and I don't think it's gone well because so far I can see one thing that looks like a carrot and lots of weeds in our vegetable patch. I think that like some birds might have had the carrot seeds before they got a chance to grow. It's all very much a work in progress, me learning to grow stuff. So don't ask me to be your carrot expert. I cannot.
No. I think this year's been a bit of a washout though, hasn't it? Like we've got tomato plants in my lodgers, growing them, and I had to keep them alive while she was back in Ukraine. And then like there's no red tomatoes, and I was getting really panicked that I'd not looked after them well enough. But other people are saying that theirs are still green as well because it's just not been sunny enough to ripen them.
It's the growing conditions fault. It's not the lack of skill.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Oh, that's exciting. I'm excited for you, Kirsty. Hi, I'm sorry if you've just joined. Hope you've more sprints because we are just finishing off. We may wish Sharon, but it's lovely.
Good night.
Have our spooky friend on. Excellent, Paula.
Spooky onion.
The spooky onion. That's so cute.
I'm not sure when you put that comment on, but that is it for us. So we tend to finish around like in the 10s UK, early 10s UK time, just because I personally can't function any longer than that. I've got to go to bed because somebody in my house will be waking up in the next half hour or so. So yeah.
What time do you have to leave in the morning?
Not too bad because we're going to Scarborough, which is a couple of hours from me. So yeah, we're going to get up, have some chocolate pancakes as we tend to do at a weekend. Marks and Spencer's chocolate pancakes, yum yum. And then with giant chocolate buttons on that are about this big from Marks and Spencer's. If anybody hasn't seen them yet, I recommend because they're immense.
That sounds amazing.
So yeah, that's the balanced breakfast in our house tomorrow. Then we go in and then back Sunday night, I think. So yeah, it should be quite a nice chilled weekend. Have you two got any plans?
Not this weekend, just recovering because next weekend I'm going to London to catch up with some friends
Nice.
and to see Heather's finally.
I love Heather's. Yes. Oh my God. Enjoy.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it when you get back.
I've seen the DVD production of it.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm just gutted. I never got to see Carrie and Jamie.
Yeah,
they would have been my dream cast, I think.
Of course. So. You can always listen to the recording.
Yeah, I do frequently.
There are bits of it on YouTube as well. I quite often put there's like various scenes that they've done for different TV programs that I quite like watching. They were amazing. We saw it twice, but we saw it like off the West End and then on the West End, so same cast, but we were lucky to get up close with those two. They were really good.
Yeah, that's cool.
So, any plans, Alex, for the weekend before we sign off?
Yeah, I am driving. I'm driving to Buxton, Derbyshire. I'm going to go and see my friends. I'm thinking about taking my dog with me. I'm thinking about taking Mac in the car, and we'll go for a picnic. So I'm still, building up my driving confidence. So I will be safe, and I will, do my best on the road is the plan. We'll see what happens. I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be great. Oh, thank you for joining us again. Nice. I mean, I think it's impressive that you're doing it all, to be honest, Ashley. And I just really like what you put together. It's definitely something that I think takes a lot of practice, doesn't it?
You are fab, Ashley.
It's really good. It's definitely worth doing if you can.
Definitely. It's on tour, isn't it? So it's not closing completely.
Yeah.
But it just depends if it's near, or there's the DVD. So
yes, exactly. Oh, Sharon, enjoy. And I think that's it for the comments.
I've started seeing people's Halloween hauls. I'm like, trying to resist.
Yes, me too.
I've got a few things already in bits. Not as gone as wild as some years. I did a big Disney order last year, and this year it hasn't been as exciting for me anyway. On the website, so I think I probably already have it all. So yeah, I've not bought as much this year. Okay, so thank you two for coming on. As ever, it's been a delight. Thank you everybody in the comments. We are going to sign off there. So hopefully I'll see you two on screen again soon, and everybody else. I will be definitely here on Thursday. I'll need to check what StreamYard hours I've got left for Monday, but always check my social media if you're not sure. And yeah, night. Paula, thank you everybody, and we'll hopefully see you soon.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.